Doth the act of checking thy bank account balance fill thee with fear? Doth the approach of payday bring thee more anxiety? In our lives, we have all experienced nights where we could not sleep due to financial worries, and our future seemed dark. However, ancient wisdom presents a different perspective on this anxiety. The problem lies not with thy bank account, but with what thou art gazing upon. Financial anxiety is not a phenomenon of yesterday or today. Thousands of years ago, people also worried about their next meal, feared debt, and felt overwhelmed by the uncertainty of their future. Therefore, ancient wisdom says, be careful for nothing. This does not mean ignoring thy worries, but rather, it is an honest diagnosis that thy worries do not solve thy problems. Anxiety does not solve thy problems, it only narrows thy vision. Philippians 4 verse 19. This verse is not a vague comfort. The phrase all thy need means everything thou actually needest. It is not a partial supply but a complete one. The background of this wisdom is paradoxical. The person who spoke these words was in prison, and the ones who received them were a poor community. This was not a message born out of wealth. It was a sincere confession from someone who had experienced with their whole being that supply is not cut off, even in the midst of scarcity. Art thou not carrying the weight of having to solve everything by thyself right now? Look at the birds. They do not store food for tomorrow, yet they do not go hungry. The challenge this verse poses to thee is this: thou art more valuable than the birds. Why dost thou think the principle of supply, which feeds the birds, would stop at thee? Anxiety comes when thou dost think thou hast been excluded from the list of those who are supplied. However, thou hast never been excluded from that list. Psychologists have long studied the scarcity mindset and the abundant mindset. A scarcity mindset fixates on what is lacking, what is not there, what has been lost, or what is less than others. This gaze brings more anxiety and leads to worse decisions. On the other hand, an abundant mindset focuses on what is present, what is still available, and what still works. Neuroscience research shows that this actually reduces the brain's stress response and opens up a wider perspective. When ancient wisdom says with thanksgiving, it is the oldest prescription for switching to an abundant mindset. The most practical first step to managing financial anxiety is to count what thou hast. This morning's glass of water, the space thou art sitting in, thy still healthy body. Do not belittle these things. The act of writing a gratitude list shifts the focus of thy brain from scarcity to the present. According to Harvard research, the group that kept a gratitude journal made more calm and rational decisions, even in situations of financial stress. Before thou sleepest tonight, write down 3 things thou art grateful for. That is the true starting point of an abundant mentality. Contentment is not resignation. It is not a message to accept reality with powerlessness. Contentment is a skill, a technique learned through practice. The person who spoke these words experienced both the highest wealth and the deepest poverty. What they learned passing through these extremes was that no external condition can take away inner peace. Thy bank account balance does not define thee today. The inner place that remains unshaken, regardless of circumstances, is the root of true financial freedom. Financial anxiety is not a problem of thy bank account, but a problem of thy gaze. Ancient wisdom says all thy needs shall be supplied. The principle of supply that feeds the birds has never excluded thee. Before thou sleepest tonight, write down 3 things thou art grateful for. That small habit is the beginning of changing from a scarcity mindset to an abundant one. Share this wisdom with those who need it, and join us with a subscription and a like.